G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, I've just published an article titled "Is Peter Dutton's Fate?" writing on the Queensland state election result. Now, the Queensland state election is this Saturday, the 26th of October 2024. And the article starts off, federal opposition leader Peter Dutton could have his fate decided on Saturday, the 26th of October 2024, if the anti-nuclear LNP leader David Crisafulli wins the Queensland state election, as the polls are currently predicting. It is one thing for Peter Dutton to go to next year's federal election, pushing his nuclear power plan and arguing against Labor premiers. But if Peter Dutton has to also argue against the LNP premier, David Crisafulli, assuming he wins on Saturday, it becomes very embarrassing to say the least, and would likely do a lot of damage to Peter Dutton's chances of ever becoming Prime Minister. The embarrassment even showed up in the Queensland election, and nuclear power will be a far greater issue at the federal election. For those who don't know, in Queensland state politics, the Liberal Party and National Party are one party known as the LNP and have been since 2008. But when it comes to federal politics, they are still separate parties in Queensland like the rest of the country. On the 4th of October 2024, The Guardian reported the federal opposition leader, Peter Dutton, has dismissed the Queensland LNP's rejection of his nuclear power plan as just a difference of opinion between friends as he joined the state's election campaign on Friday. At their first joint press conference since the controversial plan was announced, Queensland LNP leader David Crisafulli reiterated his defiance of Dutton's plan for 2 nuclear power plants in Queensland. Crisafulli said he would oppose him if he was elected at the Queensland election. In the federal election, Peter Dutton won't be able to dismiss the Queensland LNP's rejection of his nuclear power plan as just a difference of opinion between friends. Peter Dutton will need solid support from premiers for his nuclear power plan, and if he can't get that from an LNP premier, he won't be getting it from any Labor premiers. The reality is Peter Dutton's nuclear power plan is a fake plan being driven by billionaire miner Gina Rinehart, as I wrote in June 2024 in an article titled "Peter Dutton colludes with greedy billionaire coal and gas miner Gina Rinehart for the fake nuclear policy scam." For the nuclear policy scam to work, it'd need a lot more support than just from Gina Rinehart and Rupert Murdoch. And at the moment, Peter Dutton doesn't have it and is unlikely to get much more support before the federal election. Abortion has also become an issue for the LNP in the Queensland state election, and it has also been raised in federal politics by the coalition side of politics as a potential issue. On the 23rd of October, The Guardian reported, pollsters say one word, abortion, has entered the minds of Queensland voters as Saturday's state election draws near. It is coming up unprompted in our surveys. People are bringing it up as an issue, one political strategist told Guardian Australia last week. The opposition leader, David Crisafulli, has repeatedly refused to give a direct answer to questions about his personal position on abortion rights and whether he would allow his party a conscience vote. On the 22nd of October, the SMH reported Coalition Senator Jacinta Price wants abortion on the national agenda, declaring pregnancies ended after the first trimester are immoral and arguing late-stage abortions were akin to infanticide. As opposition leader, Peter Dutton sought to dodge the issue while it engulfs Queensland state election campaign. Former Prime Minister Tony Abbott backed the right of coalition members to retain a conscious vote on the matter. Abortion is illegal across Australian states and territories, but political debate on the issue has been turbocharged by conservative pushes to change the law in Queensland and South Australia. And I go on to say in the article, the Queensland government led by LNP Premier David Crisafulli will embarrass Peter Dutton when it comes to his nuclear policy scheme and will also likely help put abortion on the national political agenda. Both are bad news for Peter Dutton's and the coalition's election chances at the federal election, which is due by May 2025. If Peter Dutton wants to be Prime Minister after the next federal election, his chances would be better if Labor won the Queensland state election on Saturday. So, if you don't live in Queensland and you're not a fan of Peter Dutton, you should be cheering for David Crisafulli and the LNP to win on Saturday. But if you live in Queensland and you're a Labor supporter, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place because you don't want either of them. For transparency, I live in Queensland and I'll be voting independent like I normally do. Peter Dutton's got a lot of hurdles to overcome to become Prime Minister, and I think if the LNP win in Queensland, that's going to create further hurdles, as I said in the article. In fact, an LNP win on Saturday in the Queensland election will almost certain, I think, make sure that we got a minority government and federal government after the next federal election, which I think is a good thing. And please share this video on social media, and please hit the like and subscribe button. And Kangaroo Court of Australia's independent media publish a website and a YouTube channel, and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself. So please support my Patreon account or PayPal account. Currently have 466 patrons, and I'm trying to reach 500 patrons by the end of the year. So please support that. You can donate any amount, $3, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50 a month, whatever suits your budget. It all helps out in a big way. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.